Hey YouTube, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. I call this channel the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube, and I call this Tillamook. You have this on from earlier. We did a comparison. One blush brand, well, bronzer brand over here and one bronzer brand over here. So if my cheeks are looking different and the bronzers up here are looking different and along here, that's what it is. So we're just rolling through videos again today. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation. The crazy, just enjoying doing videos if you do videos, knowing it's okay to let your authentic personality shine through. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. What we stand for here is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. That's what we stand for here at the Crazy Troll Nation. So people want to say we're crazy because we do stuff different, or we don't do things how they say. We can be a troll, and being a troll is a good thing. Love yourself and own yourself and know that you are the bomb. So you know how we put a spin on things here. This is the Fenty Eyeshadow Primer. If you're new here, I need to let you know that I do curse on my channel sometimes, because I curse sometimes, period. That's how I speak. I do try to catch myself. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So if you think I said something, I probably did. Also, I babble sometimes, not intentionally. Sometimes I go on rants and tangents, not intentionally. Sometimes I say things backward. I'm like, oh, let's put this liner on our brow bone. And y'all like, girl, that's your lash line. So sometimes I do say stuff like that. And I don't notice it in the video. Sometimes I do. And when I do point it out. I own my junk, y'all. I do. Sometimes I notice it when I'm editing. Sometimes I don't notice it till I watch the video back on my TV. And I'm just like, oh, damn. But that's all a part of owning who you are. We're still going to post a video. All of a sudden, I got an itch like right here. So what we have on our face, I'm looking at what I have because I put it over here. Milk Hydrated Primer, Fenty Foundation Shade 335, Fenty Brow Pencil, Estee Lauder 4N Concealer. Set the face with Fashion Fair Set It Loose Powder Truly Tawny. This side is a Pat McGrath thing going on. This side is a House Labs thing going on. And House Labs highlighter for both because I don't have a Pat McGrath. Excuse me. I also forgot to say I hiccup, belch, and gurgle every now and then. Unintentionally, like the other stuff that's unintentional. So excuse me for that. What was I saying? Yeah, so that's what we have on our face. Lower lash line, we have NYX retractable eyeliner in golden olive, and I started to put it for lower lash line. It wasn't showing up much, so then we took the Sephora collection 12-hour retractable eyeliner, and this shade is shimmer khaki green. I'm finding that I'm liking the Sephora ones better for waterline. They do say waterproof, and it does stay, and my eyes do get teary and it still stays. And I just find that the color shows up better on my lower lash line with the Sephora ones, excuse me, versus some of the NYX ones, because they're gypsy blue and their other blue one, they show up nice. So it's like hit or miss on whether it shows up or not, just depending on the color. So you know what we're doing today. You saw the title. I do not clickbait. Mission XXX palette, and this is what it looks like. It's not available anymore, so just look at the colors. And I'm going to do a look I haven't done before. We're going to use a lot of the grays, and then we're going to, I think we're putting green underneath, and we're going to put milk, no, it's not milk, melt, like melting ice cream. There's me speaking gibberish. I speak troll, English, and Ebonics. Yeah, so. And Melt Cosmetics Gel Eyeliner in Fortune, which is their green. So we're going to do grays and greens. And I even have a lip picked out. And I hope it turns out well. Because I haven't done that combination before. But we're going to get into it. I'm excited because I haven't done a gray look with this. And I like bold, dark, vampy, smoky, messy grunge. And so doing a gray look is like, huh? What? But we're going to do it. We're using, for our lid shades, Asom V27 brushes for I think this is lower lash line brushes that we're using. This is a Fenty 220. They're tapered. We may do an outer V. If so, we're going to use an Esom V31. All of this is subject to change. We're going to use the Melt Eyeliner brush for the Melt Eyeliner. And that's what we're doing here. So we're going to take Joan. And the Mission XXX, these are all Alien franchise character names. So we have Parker, Joan, Kane, Jones, Carter, Bishop, Vasquez, Dwayne, Ripley, Dallas, Brett, Gorman, Crow, Ash, my man, I don't remember who that one is, Hudson, Farrow, and Ron. What I just realized is that there's not a, y'all, I'm tripping. I was going to say it's not a Ripley, and there is a Ripley. It's this purple one, because I was thinking of her real name, which is Sigourney Weaver. So I was going to say it's not one. Yeah, y'all. Let's just do the look. Yeah, this is part of the crazy. I have moments. Y'all, by the time you see this video, I'll be 54. I know I look good, right? Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I know, y'all. Wow. So this is going to go on the first quarter of the lid. So we are just pressing. Y'all, these shades, we are just pressing. For me, if you've been here, I say a lot of the same things in videos. And I do that for newer people. And I do have some new subscribers. I see you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That for me, the Fenty primer is a tacky primer. Because most people would use their finger for shades like these. Because it is like a shimmer. A shimmer, sparkly, prone to fall out. Depending on your application and your tool that you use to apply it. But for me, because the Fenty primer is a tacky primer, you see I just pressed it, it went on fine. And if I wanted to amp it up, I would use a sponge tip applicator, which to me mimics a finger application. I don't like having my fingers messy because I'll forget that I have shadow on my fingers, and then I'll be touching stuff and be like, why is this got marks and colors all over it? Or when I used to do swatches on the back of my hand, I'll be like, what's these marks on my pants? Oh, because I put my hand on my lap. So like, no, we're not going to do that. Now we're going to take Hudson. So we're just going to go down the line. This is going to be a very monochromatic look. Excuse me, monochromatic look. Okay, so yeah, Hudson. I have never done a gray look with this palette because I'm like, why? You see all these other colors in here? Like, why? And I do believe, well, I will link the playlist below and I'll put it in the iCards. And so putting it in the iCards, it'll show up down below the description box. I did looks, these 2 columns a look, these 2 columns a look, these 2 columns a look, and I also did look by rows. And so this time, when I was looking at this morning, I said, you know what? I've never just done a gray look, which isn't my jam. But I said, you know what? Because what I was thinking about is when I did the Xenon, one of the looks with the Xenon palette, one of my troll Ken has said, I know it's something you normally don't do, but what if you tried a reverse smoky eye or a reverse eyeliner look, I think it was. And so like the lid being very pale and smoking out the liner underneath. And I'm thinking, yeah, I really wouldn't do that. But I did it, and I'm like, okay. I didn't like it at first, but the more I looked at it, the more I did like it because it was just something I normally don't do because I like darker looks. But I said, if I could do that look, because the lid was all gray, like I like gray. So I was like, if I could do that, I could do this. You know what I mean? Because it was a pretty look. And if you like gray looks, this might be like a good Halloween, a good New Year's Eve look if you just want your eye to look shimmery like a disco ball. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll title it that. Let's see what the finished look looks like though. So we're doing this to blend up here. And you see how you can see the differentiation in color. You can see the gradient, but at the same time, it blends in very well. And I think I have fallout because I felt it. I forgot to set my face. Oh, after I did all the powders and all the other stuff, I did do Radiant Light from Hourglass, and then I meant to set the face because sometimes depending on what spray I use when I set the face, if I do get fallout, it'll just wipe away because my face is already sealed with whatever the spray is. But I forgot to do that. So Yeah, so the next shade is going to be Vasquez. And I think before I said Vasquez, this shade here. So we did Joan and then Hudson and now Vasquez. What am I looking at? Oh, that down there. Okay, let me just not get ahead of myself. I'm kind of excited to see how this turns out. And it is a very gray look. It is a gray look. And I'm also, I don't think I can do this with xenon. And I say that because I don't think it's the same type of gradient. And all of these are shimmers. But then I'm thinking of even the mini xenon. It's only that one shimmer in the middle. So I'm really thinking, like, could I do this with xenon? And I'm saying that in case you have xenon. But because all of these shades are sparkly so far, it's just like the sparkly shades in xenon. One is a wet effect sparkle. Oh my gosh, that shade is beautiful. And it does just add like intense shine, and it does look like it's wet, but it's a different texture than these shadows. These are just regular shimmers and borderline gritty. Some of these shimmers. This one feels a little gritty, but not bothersome. Because once you get it on, it's on. But like the first couple swipes was like, okay. But now that it's there, it's there. Y'all, we are doing a gray look. And this is why we're going to put green on the upper lash line. Number one, the palette's green and there's greens in here. But I'm like, we need something to break up some of these colors. Now we're going to take Ron. Ron is, oh, you know what? I don't know if you see this right here. Vasquez flaked. I don't know if you see it. Probably not. But there's like a chunk of Vasquez. And I say it different every time I say that name. There was a chunk next to it. So that one is a little, what was the word I used earlier? Gritty. So now we're going to take Ron. Ron is a smoke gray with glitter. We're going to take this one for outer corner. So this one, you know what it is? This is feeling dry, and Vasquez felt dry too. Dry / gritty. So we're going to, ooh. Deirdre, that video, I was like, ooh. That's what this is reminding me of, because I was like, ooh. And I laughed when I read your comment when you put ooh. Ooh. Because I think I said it like 4 times. Because I was just like, ooh. That's how I'm feeling right now. Some of y'all comments really make me laugh. Because like, y'all, it shows me that you guys are really here with me in that moment. And when I do little stuff like that I don't realize I'm doing, you guys are picking up on all of that. And so I'm like, they are really here with me. And so I appreciate that. This is nice. And I do read every comment. And I appreciate everyone that comments. I really do. Because some of them I'm like, wow. My trolls is with me. They got my back. Even through all the craziness. And the wild looks I do sometimes. Which to me aren't wild. But I know it's out of the norm. It's not the typical type stuff that I do. And that makes me appreciate you even more. For those of you who don't do those type of looks. But then you're watching me do those type of looks. Because some people only watch channels that people use the brands they use. Or they have the same aesthetic. Like if their aesthetic is monochromatic, ethereal, they won't watch somebody that's doing, grungy looks. And I watch both. Because it's about the makeup. It's about the color combinations. Some people only watch people who are, their same complexion, their same undertone, same facial features. Which it is helpful. But then you just, learn to just change the technique or the process to get the makeup how you want it to look. I like this. Ooh, and the shape is almost the same. Ooh. I'm gonna put all these brushes away. Wow. I wanted hiccup, excuse me. What brush did I use? Oh, I used that one. I might go back with the Hourglass Radiant Light because I do have fallout. Excuse me for that in my throat. I do have fallout from those shades. I don't know if I remember those shades being gritty. Sometimes Radiant Light will help, well, it does help camouflage my under eye discoloration because it does give radiance to the look. So now what we're going to do, ooh, we're going to take Pharaoh, this right here, for the first half of the lower lash line. I don't know if I remember these being gritty like this. This one is not gritty. This one is smooth. So I could just use the mirror in the palette thing that. And this is just going to go right here. Wow. Ooh. Y'all, I get so... Was that a freckle? Nope. Sometimes I think something is shadow or fallout is a freckle, and then other times, like now, like it really was fallout. You would think I would know my face by now. But I learned new things. I really like this palette. I was going to say I don't know if I would repurchase it, only because I have other palettes with a lot of greens. Or I should say like BYOPs. I apologize if looking here you couldn't see me. Quite a few of my lethal BOPs have greens in it. Then I have other palettes with greens in it. So that's the only thing. And so that's what I was saying, even though this isn't available anymore, if you just look at the colors. If you have grays, different tones of grays, you have different greens, black with shimmer, smoke gray with shimmer, purple with shimmer, blue with shimmer, excuse me, and a purple with shimmer, and like a taupey, you can do these looks. Yeah. So you don't need whatever palette you're seeing. Just think about if you have similar shades in your collection. Now we're going to take Gorman, this green. So this was Pharaoh, first half of lower lash line. And now we're going to take Gorman, this shade here. And that's going to go on the second half of the lower lash line. Let me just look up here. And we're going to attach that maybe to here. Oh, I can see the gradient. I thought about taking Parker, but I'm like, that's kind of bright. And I wanted something darker because the lid shades are all light. So I had to get some color, some darkness somewhere. We're going to bring this over just a little bit. Ooh. Ooh. Y'all, this, it's not a lot of fallout, but I'm just trying to catch it before it builds up. That's why I keep swiping. What we're going to do right now, oh man, Crow. Crow is this, and this is also like a smoke gray. So we have like a light matte gray, and then a mid-tone gray. And these to me are similar to Xenon shadows, but I don't think the Xenon gray is this dark. Because there's one that's lighter than this, and I think the other one is like about this shade. So we're going to take Crow, and we're going to just tap in. I don't think we need to do an outer V, because we have Ron on the outside. This is looking almost bluish to me. Sometimes the way I see color is different than I think how other people see color. So we're going to do an outer V, but I don't feel like it's necessary, because this is lighter than Ron. So this is what we're putting now, but that's lighter than this one. Right here, to me, this looks like a blue. Anyway, so we're coming down straight here, and then we're bringing it here. So yeah, I don't think this part was necessary. I think what I was thinking, that makes a whole lot of sense. I think I was thinking just add more depth to the look, but actually I liked it the way it was, and I'm surprised that the shapes are the same. So let me put the brush down and stop messing with it. So now what we're going to do, y'all, we're going to take where did I put that? Wasn't supposed to be there. We're going to take Radiant Light again, and we're just going to put some more like under. I like this look, y'all. I still don't recommend this brush, but I use it. It does get softer as I use it, because I wash brushes after every use This is the Hourglass Tiger brush, but I don't recommend it because it's not. I have other brushes that are way softer than this. But it does what it's supposed to do, and I can do my whole face quick, and I can get under my eye. So, but I don't recommend it. So don't take me using it as an endorsement. Oh yeah, get this. Don't get it. It costs too much to be hollow, lightweight, and not soft. We're going to take, I'm not going to be able to get a thin line with this, but it doesn't matter. We're going to take Fortune Mel Cosmetics upper lash line. It shows up, it doesn't always show up green on me. Usually it shows up like I don't know, maybe like a blackened green. I don't know. Blackened green. And I don't know if it's what I'm putting it on top of or what, but it seldom looks green to me when I put it on. This line is hella thick, thicker than I wanted it to be. And the reason it's important for me to do a thin line, which I knew I wasn't going to get with this brush, is because when I look up, you don't see the color on my mobile lid. Like here you see a sliver, but here you see how the liner covers up the mobile lid shade. And also you see, like, does that look green? But then maybe as it dries, it will. Like, I don't remember. I haven't used this one in a while. I have a lot of different color liners. And I love them. And we're starting in the middle because sometimes when I start in the inner corner, it ends up just being a blob of liner on the inner corner. And that's what I don't want. And so I started applying the center lid first, which still sometimes it ends up as a blob, and that's what makes the line thicker. Because if you have a blob, then you have to smooth it out. Well, I feel the need to smooth it out. And so this is what we got. The lip is going to be interesting. I hope it turns out nice. I am digging this look. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Didn't we had an upper transition shade. So let me put this down. You know what? And I don't even have a brush out for it. I sure don't. We're going to take this Sigma brush that Grace has sent me. Is that what? Wait a minute. That's what, shoot. We're going to take, we're going to take this brush. Is that what we had that out for? I don't know. I'm confused. We're going to take this brush. This is another Esom. It's a V31. And we're going to take, because I'm looking at the space up here like, that's too bold. We're going to take Naaman. Did I say Maman earlier? I did. It's M-A-M-A-N. I wrote Naaman, but it's not this shade. And we're going to put that under our brow. How did I forget that? So we're going to just lightly feather. We're going to go back and forth. Because this is just, oh, that's nice. This does function like one of the mattes in Xenon. Like how it blends out, but it's not a lot of color. I think the one in the Xenon is Snert. The one that was lighter, I think, was Flurry. So you see what I'm saying? I'm not really liking this right here, but I don't want to manipulate it too much because I do like the look. So we're just tapping straight in. You can't even see me. We're stabbing it. So we're going to feather here and then do back and forth motions over here. I like this look, y'all. I do. I like this look. I get so giddy like a little kid. It's okay. Let your inner child loose sometimes. Let your inner child loose. It's okay to be excited about makeup. Be excited about the things that you do. That's nice. That is nice. Okay, now we're really done with this palette. So we have used all the grays. We have used all the grays in here. And this isn't even really a gray. It's a silver. But we use this. Yeah. We use this, this, and this one, this and that. I don't know how many shades that is. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shades. Damn. So we're going to go back to the gel liner. And we're going to mess up the look. We're going to we're going to do a baby wing. And we're just going to, I did not put enough on the brush because it is not even, it's not going. It's just like, okay, we're going to stay right here. And that might be all we need for this look, because apparently this one I did manage to get more on the brush. So we're just going to split this here. Yeah, baby wings is where it's at for me. Even though I like doing them longer, I still have not at all perfected. You know, I look at some people's videos and they just swoosh, and I'm just like, how they do that? I don't have that skill set. We're going to wipe off some Tillamook because we're going to do this lip. And, oh, you know what? Let me finish the eye. Let me see first. Well, not see first, I'm thinking. Why do people say, let me see, when really they're thinking? I think because we're visualizing what we're thinking. So like how people say, they say something, they be like, you see what I'm saying? Or you see what I mean? And it's like, actually I do. We are going to do, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put on Lancome Sills Boost Mascara Base, Hella Thick Fenty Mascara. We're going to line the lips with NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Alien, which is black. Against my better judgment. No, actually not against my better judgment. We're going to put on Sephora number 29 Dark Forest, which also seldom shows up green on me. And we're going to take Eleanor from Martine Cosmetics. And we're going to put this on the center. So sort of like an ombre look. I haven't done these two together yet that I remember. So we're going to see. And because they show up so different, even though they're both green, I don't know how it's going to turn out. So we're going to do all of that and then we're going to come back. Ooh, this turned out nice. Y'all look at the lip. So we did everything we were going to do. We did line with the black lip liner. Then we put on Dark Forest and we just put this right here in the center. Look at that gradient. You can tell it's a difference in color. Oh, Troll did that thing. Let me know what you think of this look. I am excited. I am excited. I love this look, and I usually don't do grays. And I think it's the gradient. So it's from the silver to the gray to a deeper gray to a blackened gray, and then the black outer V, the green underneath, the two different greens, and then the two different greens for the lip, and then just like a neutral cheek. I like it. So again, Mission Triple X palette from Martine Cosmetics. This is what we use. If you have multiple grays and, you know, smoke gray. I'm excited. I don't know what I'm saying. If you have multiple gray tones and silver tones, you can do this look and a couple greens. You don't have to have this palette. So that's something to consider, not just this video, but other videos that you see and you're like, oh, I don't have that palette. Just look at the colors. You might not need that palette. Y'all, I'm digging this. Let me know what you think of this look. Thank you for being here with me. If you made it this far, thumbs up the video. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. About 40% of my viewers are not subscribed. So I am getting new subscribers. But hey, if you've been here before and you really think you're coming back, go ahead and subscribe. I'm not going to say click the notification bell because I upload almost every day, or I have an upload for almost every day. Lots of information below. If you're interested in joining, that link is below too. And that light, those lights reflecting off that picture right there is annoying me. So maybe I'll just turn the screen a certain way so that you don't see the track lights in that picture. This is a beautiful picture, but you can't see it because of the lights. But anyway, so let me sit here. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Let me know what you think of this look. Would you do something similar to this? I think I might put this for New Year's Eve look. I'm not sure because I probably already have something scheduled. But anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, you might even see this after the new year. My upload schedule was crazy. I'm already scheduling the first week of January. This might be in January. Anyway, if you are seeing this in January, I hope your New Year's Eve was pleasant, that you were safe and you had a good time and you stayed warm because it is winter. And yeah, you'll see me in the next video. As always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.